What's up guys, it's Toxic Potato here with the GTA 5 online heist video, and today we're talking about the Mac Daddy of them all, the Pacific Standard final bank heist on hard, 1.1 mil actual take, no quick restarts. So stick around, we're going to walk you guys through it, we're going to show you how it's done, we're going to give you some tips along the way to help you get through it too, and mash that like button to show your support for this. Now, it's important right here, we speed this up, this is the only part that's sped up, just because this part really doesn't matter. You're just driving to the bank, no one cares. Alright? And throughout this entire heist, it's important and imperative really to communicate with your team, because it is so hectic out there when you're doing this mission if you've never done it before, and even if you've done it before and you want to get it right on the first time, you have to communicate. With that being said, let's jump into it. Now, this cutscene right here is going to break, and you're going to walk into the first room, the lobby. And this is where your first member of crowd control is crucial. This person is responsible for this room and all the hostages in it. Their duty right here is going to be to shoot at the ground near hostages in order to intimidate them. You don't want any hostages getting up, and you also don't want to kill them. It's very important that you don't, because if you do, the alarms are alerted, and you'll have to deal with more guards later on down the road as you leave the bank. The demolitions person is going to come over to that metal gate right there on my right, and they're going to plant a thermite bomb. This bomb's just going to burn a hole through the gate, and then you and the second member of crowd control and the hacker are going to walk in to this little room right in front of us. Now, the second member of crowd control is responsible for this room, and they're going to want to be shooting at the ground near the towers just like that. Periodically, though, guards are going to come down from the staircase that is sitting right behind me, and so the member of crowd control is going to want to be shooting at the hostages from where you could see right there, facing this staircase on my left. Guards are going to come down there, and if you're not expecting them, they can kill you. It does happen. It's not infrequent. Now, the hacker is going to run over to this panel right here, and they're going to hack just the traditional way with the letters streaming down. After you get that hacked, the vault will open, and your demolitions expert is going to walk in and plant a thermite bomb again on the fence. So as you can see right here, you just go to external device, brute force, you run through, you type in dynamite, assuming that's the word, yep it is. Now, if you notice, the alarms haven't gone off yet, and that's because our crowd control hasn't killed either a teller or any of the hostages sitting out in the lobby. Now that's going to make our life a lot easier as we try to exit the bank. But as you can see up here, the demolitions person is just going to drop a thermite bomb on the metal gate, it's going to blow it open, and you're going to have access to the cash room. This part right here requires a little bit of strategy. Now the cash room, as it would appear, is very simple. Two people, both of the hacker and the demolition, will run up to a pile of cash, they will press right on the D-pad, and then you'll hit A as fast as you can to put the cash in your duffel bag. Here's the part that really matters, is because you have to make a decision at this point whether you're going to try to get the elite done or you're just going for a max cash run. As you can see right here, we're just going for a max cash run. We want as much money as possible, and we're going to take the safest route on our motorcycle. But if you're going for an elite, you have to complete this in under 10 minutes or less. In order to do that, you can't grab all the cash. It's not possible. So right here, we believe Rockstar is telling us by pressing B to let the cash go, you have a chance at completing the elite. Believe us, this mission right here, the way we do it, is going to take about 16 minutes. Trying to save 6 minutes on this run would be impossible without not grabbing the cash. You have to let the cash go. Now, assuming everything is complete, the alarms will trigger right here, no matter what happens. Whether you shot a hostage or not, the alarms will always trigger there no matter what. You've done nothing wrong. Here's the part that really matters. If the alarms trigger right there because you haven't killed a hostage, or you haven't let the teller push the button, then you're not going to see SWAT trucks roll up. As you can see, no SWAT trucks. That is very important because when you're leaving the bank, SWAT trucks make it more difficult. Now right here, this is a part that we have concluded is the best way to exit the bank. The two people with the bags of cash should kind of be backing off, trying to stay to the side. And really what you're going to do is you're going to have two people shoot the doors open so that one person with a rocket launcher can just lay rockets into the cops as they approach the bank. This makes it way easier when you're trying to exit the bank, and it allows for you to get some kind of a foothold as you exit. The two people without the cash should leave the bank first, because when you have completed the cash pickup, every time the people with the cash get shot, you will lose money, and your actual take will go down. The first thing is that when you leave the bank, there's a cop on the right, and that cop car rolls up, and as you expand out, you'll lay waste to all the cops, and you have to sprint towards this alley. Now, as you can see right here briefly, I throw out my weapons wheel and I go to unarmed. It allows me to run faster and approach this alleyway a lot quicker, and we can get there and cut our time down. Now, the two people with the cash are going to want to be backed off. Personally, I normally watch the back end while people who don't have the cash, because typically I have cash, push out through the alleyway, and really all you have to do is just slowly progress your way through this alley. This is where a lot of people lose time, because you have to fight your way through this. Periodically, two helicopters will attack you. You're going to have to kill both of those. But if you progressively and slowly work your way down this, you can complete it and not really lose a lot of cash. You see me and one other person were aiming at the back because cops do come from the back of the alley, while two people push forward. A minigun right here is particularly useful because you don't have to reload, and you can lay waste to cops, SWAT trucks, whatever else comes up in your way, even potentially the helicopters if you wanted to. But we prefer homing rockets for those. Now, right here, you just kind of position yourself in a spot while the other two people push forward and clear off you're going to make a right corner as people clear off that additional hallway to head towards the motorcycle. Normally, I just watch the back. So right here, as you can see, I'll throw open the weapon wheel, go to unarmed, and that allows you to sprint faster. There are parts in this mission where you're just going to want to sprint, and that makes you run way faster. After you clear off this hallway and you kill the helicopter above, which we just did, you throw on your unarmed and you run across the street. It allows you to get there faster, as I said previously. There's going to be a cop car that rolls up in front, and then you're going to get attacked from behind. Now, this is where communicating is helpful. It's also helpful when you're going through the bank and approaching this kind of stuff, but you can put two people protecting your back and one person can take the police car ahead. It allows for a lot more efficiency as you approach the motorcycles. Now, this part right here is really the crux of our strategy. We're going to put two people to a bike, and this part allows for a lower probability of people getting knocked off. When you have four people on four different motorcycles, one of them will probably fall off, and it's likely that they're going to die or at least get severely hurt. Here, by putting two people to a motorcycle, if we get knocked off, the person at least has someone else to help defend them and shoot cops while they're getting up, finding the motorcycle, getting on it. It allows for extra protection. This route is also designed for maximum protection and so that you can hold the cash, and instead of following the yellow line and going straight, we want you to go left up this hill because you're going to shave off about a mile by doing this, and it might not seem like it at first, but it's just going to provide you with the least amount of cops, and it's going to allow you to hold on to as much cash as possible. Up ahead here, you're going to climb this hill. You're going to have to dodge things like that, and you're going to have to try to swerve away from cops. Really what you want to try to do, a strategy for that, is to lean one way or to stay away from them, and then when they turn to come in front of you, cut back against it. As you can see right there, as you go up that hill, you cut right onto this dirt road. And cops rarely follow you along this. And as you approach this part right here, you have to be careful to not hit that tree. It is extremely easy, and we've done it a million times. We died. You rage quit on life. Well, let me tell you what, it's extremely annoying. But the entire time that you're headed up that hill and across those dirt roads is to get to this spot right here. You want to make it to the mountain. Once you get to the mountain, cop cars won't follow you, and you'll only have to deal with the helicopters. And honestly, you can stop your motorcycle and shoot them, but because we're on a time crunch here, we just try to avoid them and run away. What you're looking for when you go up that mountain is to get to this spot. You want to hit that little ditch area with a white trail kind of, and you're trying to get towards the trail that you use in the main mission when you're doing not the heist, but the setup for Trevor. You have to go to the plane that's falling down. You want to get into this little white ditch right here. It allows you to run extremely quickly. It's pretty streamlined, and it allows you to just avoid all the cops. Now right here we stop. This is critical. The entire time you're riding your motorcycle, you want to try to stick with the other bike. It allows, in case for some reason one of you does get hit by a cop or, takes a wrong turn, hits a tree, something, it allows for the other bike to help kill any cops that try to swarm you. And that's really what cops do, is they'll try to swerve in front of you, knock you off your bike, and then they swarm you, and you have to spend so much time killing the cops just to get a clear point to get on your bike that you end up dying in the process. A good strategy for this part right here, it's a part that you just have to deal with, is trying to lead the cops into a direction and then cutting the other direction. Kind of like that. Lead them to the left and then cut back to the right. Most stationary cop cars, however, you can pretty much guarantee or bet that they're not going to swerve in front of you, so you don't have to lead them in a particular direction. This is also another critical point in this motorcycle trip, is getting to these rail tracks. And let me explain. You are basically gonna cheat the system right here. Because you don't care about time and you just have to meet that 10-minute runaway window, it doesn't even matter how you get there. You just have to get there. And as long as you have the time to get there, which this route will provide, you can capitalize on the fact that no cop is going to be able to pursue you through these tunnels, and you're going to save so much cash because you don't have to dodge bullets. Now again, the other bike is behind me, and if you both lean forward on this bike, your bike will go faster. It's helpful if you think that you are going to run out of time, but really, again, as we said, this trip is not meant for elite, and time isn't really your biggest enemy here. It's just getting to these critical points that allow you to make such big advancements. Right here, we're passing the checkpoint, and it's okay because we're just gonna head back and hit it. But as we stated earlier, it's so amazing. It's basically breaking the game. It's like you're advancing right to your checkpoint, and you can totally bypass all the cops that try to jump in front of you and really all the bullshit. And it's awesome. It's really awesome. And so that's really what allows for you to hit this 1.1 mil take. So as you can see, as you come out of the tunnel, you come back and up the mountain, you get onto this path, and then you're going to have to run over to the checkpoint. It's really beneficial when you have an extra person on your back for this, because they can focus on shooting while you focus on driving, or vice versa. Up here you're going to want to slow down just a little bit, because you can, if you're not paying attention, fly right off into this creek, and that would also not be good. Now the person will light up these cops really quick, you'll hit the checkpoint right there, and you'll shoot through this tunnel and off to the cliff where you're going to have to dive off. Now, this cliff that we speak of, it has been the end of many missions, and it has ruined many heists. If you are going to do it in this method with 2 people to a bike, the back person must jump off first. They have to. It is critical. If they do not jump off first, and the driver of the motorcycle jumps off first, then the secondary person, or the person riding on the back, will not be able to jump off, and when they do, they will free fall to the point where they're tumbling through air, which is really annoying, and you can't throw open your parachute. And so then you basically just splat like a pancake on the ground, and you lose the heist, especially when you're on hard. It's extremely annoying, especially when you get this far and you have this much cash in hand. As you work your way towards this, it's also important to save up your NOS, because you're going to have to NOS when you get about halfway across the bridge. If you don't NOS, it's not the end of the world, but you really need to. I guess it's not imperative, but it is a focal point of you being able to have the second person jump off and you jump off without needing to do it at the same time. It just provides more of a window of opportunity. So with our NOS completely full all the way up, we're just going to reach this bridge right here. Be careful of this little cliff, because if you're not paying attention, you can dip off onto that left spot right there. Hit the NOS, hit the cliff, back person jumps off, throws open the parachute immediately. You jump off, throw open your parachute immediately, and then you just start parachuting towards the dinghy. You have 3 minutes left. It wouldn't ever take you, or it shouldn't ever take you, under any circumstances, 3 minutes to get to this dinghy. And look how much cash you have, 1.1 million. This is an easy way to make hardcore bank on this mission. This was the best way that we could do it. We've tried this mission 100 times, 100 ways. This is the best route for the motorcycle on hard mode. No quick restarts. It'll make you really happy when you complete it and you get your 25% take, or that's what we have it set up as, 25% take. But you know, whatever the heist master decides the takes is, whatever it is, it's a huge chunk of change, and you know, it really makes you feel a lot better, because if you're trying to go for the $10 million you know, bonus where you have to do all the heists in a row without dying on hard, this allows for a great opportunity to complete this. So many people die and fail on the motorcycle part, and there's no reason for it really, as long as you stick to those routes. Again, this method does not work for the elite. It takes too long. As you can see, our total time will be about 16 minutes. But hell, who really cares, because we have 1.1 million in cash, and we're going to split it 4 ways, and it's a great way to complete this final heist. So we hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like the video. We thank you for all your support. Leave some comments in the comment section below, and subscribe to our channel for more GTA Online heist videos. Thanks guys for watching. Don't get your spuds in a bunch. Toxic Potato out.
Oh, my friends! We did it! Well, you did it. Woo. I know I didn't do that much, but you know, I thought you were just a bunch of creepy and quiet weirdos. Turns out you're a bunch of creepy, quiet weirdos with talent. You rob and you steal and destroy like geniuses. Oh, I love it. I love it. Here, let me wire you your money. You know, I will never forget the good times. You know, all the laughs we had. You know, you're like family. The picnic, you know, the hike in the woods, and all the selfies, and oh, and the time we went rollerblading, and we watched the sunset, and we stayed up all night talking and sharing our innermost fears, and then what was that? That wasn't you? Even the skinny dipping and the oh. What are you saying? Oh. The drugs. Oh man, the drugs. I am a heavily medicated man. I'm not well at all. I'm a little embarrassed. Okay, the money here, and here, and here, and here. Okay, you better take off and take care. Okay. Bye-bye.